Now that the Bold and the Beautiful's Luna has escaped, we're right back to where we were before. She's on the loose again, but next week's previews promise us a fog-filled night of action as everyone searches for her, which begs the question, will Luna get away and reappear at a later time with her baby? On Friday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna crawled into a laundry cart and escaped from her prison cell. Some of us are scratching our heads, wondering how she managed to pull this off, since her actual escape wasn't shown on screen. But for some reason, despite Luna being a murdering psychopath, the shot of her poking the top of her head through the laundry was funny and adorable. Maybe it was reminiscent of the old Snuggles Dryer Sheets TV commercial with the teddy bear. Lisa Yamada has had to wear a lot of hats throughout her storylines, and she pulled off this goofy scenario just as well as the others we've seen. It was an entertaining scene to watch. The quick clip of The Bold and the Beautiful previews for next week appear to be even more exciting than this past week's worth of episodes. The only exception may be the scene at Il Giardino, where Taylor fantasized about slow dancing with Deacon while Daphne sang a sultry song in the background. It was nice to see Taylor attracted to a man who isn't rich. Of course, it doesn't help that Deacon is married to Sheila. Anyway, we know Luna will make her way to the beach house to see Will, the object of her obsession. In the dramatic preview, Will tries to race after her, but Detective Baker stops him. "No, you're her target," he warns Will. We love to see our favorite detective on the case. It's great to see so many characters on The Bold and the Beautiful come together and form a united front to find Luna. All the important people in her life arrive at the beach house on a frantic quest to catch her. Her mother, Poppy, and her two grandmothers, Sheila and Lee, all rush into the house in the previews as everything looks like it's about to come to a head. Now, if only Finn would arrive too, since he's Luna's father and one of the grandfathers-to-be. Perhaps the man who is standing behind Lee and holding the front door open is Finn. Even though The Bold and the Beautiful's Ivy isn't directly involved in Luna's storyline, it's nice to see her at the beach house to also support her niece, Electra, on this frightening night. The previews show us Lee, who is running through the fog with a flashlight as she desperately searches for Luna. She cries out into the night, "Luna, do the right thing! Turn yourself in!" But we can be sure Luna won't do that. She will never tolerate a lifetime behind bars. It feels like there's a reason why the B&B writers are making the night foggy. That way, it will be harder for everyone to see her, and maybe she will escape to another state or country. Are they leaving her storyline open so that she might return in 6 or 7 months, or even a year with her baby in tow? If that happens, then Katie will worry that her grandchild is out there somewhere, being raised by a deranged murderer. Would all that anxiety and stress put a strain on Katie's heart? We've been hearing a lot about her past heart issues. Could this be what it's all leading up to? We just got done with Liam's medical scare. Do we have another health crisis ahead involving Katie's heart? Will she have a heart attack or need surgery? If she does, then that could be the reason why we keep hearing about the Spencers coming together as a family in the face of challenges. Maybe Luna's storyline is coming to an end, and Katie's health struggles will be the next difficulty that the Spencers face. We will have to tune in to find out. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for the next 2 weeks, November 17th to November 28th, reveal that fans will see Steffi Forrester's special guest, along with Deacon Sharp's invitation. Luna Nozawa will also face a shocking outcome, so here's what B&B fans can expect. During the week of November 17 to 21 Sund, Stowell the prison guard will realize she messed up big time by opening that cell door and letting Luna put her laundry in with the rest. Luna used that as an opportunity to make her escape, so Stowell will panic over Luna vanishing and will call for a lockdown at the prison facility. Of course, that won't do any good, since Luna will already be headed for the beach house soon. We'll see Luna return to the scene of at least some of her crimes and plan to get Will Spencer's attention. In the meantime, Electra Forrester will freak out over the news that Luna's stolen her freedom. Ivy Forrester will have concerns of her own, so she'll race to the beach house to support Electra through all this. Bill Spencer will also give Katie Logan updates on the situation, but he'll make promises about fixing this before Luna can do more damage. Deputy Chief Bradley Baker will be on the case, but he'll refuse to let Will run after Luna when she's spotted near the beach house. Since Luna is deeply fixated on Will, it's not a good idea for him to be part of the upcoming search team. However, Poppy Nozawa, Lee Finnegan, and Sheila Sharp will all go looking for Luna, who'll seemingly bolt on the beach. Despite Lee's frantic plea for Luna to turn herself in, Luna will keep trying to avoid capture and could face a terrible fall. Could there be some sort of cliff situation that sends Luna tumbling into the water below to her presumed demise? One way or another, Luna's shocking outcome will be revealed. The week of November 24th to 28 will bring some more lighthearted moments, especially since Thanksgiving is just around the corner. There'll be a special episode that airs on November 26th, so look for Deacon to deliver a surprise invitation in it. It turns out Deacon and Sheila won't be celebrating Turkey Day alone at Il Giardino. Deacon will invite Carter Walton and Daphne Rose to join them for a meal, so they'll have some company as they dine together. There'll also be a gathering for Steffi, John Finn Finnegan, Taylor Hayes, Kelly Spencer, and Hayes Finnegan, which will come with an unexpected guest. It looks more like Thomas Forrester's return scenes will air at Christmas, but it's possible he was secretly on set for some Thanksgiving filming too. It's also possible Douglas Forrester could make the solo trip home and enjoy Thanksgiving with his family if Thomas is busy or sick. Although Luna's comeback is perhaps an option following her presumed death, it's doubtful the show would do it on the Thanksgiving special. B&B may not want to ruin the heartwarming holiday vibe. There'll indeed be some fun moments for all characters involved in the Thanksgiving episode, so stay tuned for their reasons to be grateful. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say the next 2 weeks will bring some important decisions and warm welcomes. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Monday, November 17th, reveal that there'll be a code red and a prison lockdown after an empty Luna Nozawa jail cell shocker. B&B fans know Luna manipulated Stowell, the prison guard, and scored a chance at freedom. Thanks to Luna's decision to sneak inside a laundry cart, she's made her way outside the prison facility and will have a chance to make a run for it. Luna's escape will make some serious waves, so let's start with Stowell's stunning discovery. Once Stowell looks under the covers in Luna's cell, she'll realize Luna isn't taking a nap like she claimed. Stowell will realize Luna tricked her and moved forward with an escape scheme, so she'll quickly go into panic mode. B&B spoilers say Stowell will sound the alarm over Luna's getaway, so she'll call a code red and insist that the prison needs to be put on lockdown. Despite Stowell's urgent action, she won't be fast enough to stop Luna's next round of mayhem. That means Bill Spencer is going to get a phone call he never wanted to receive. Bill will find out Luna has fled the coop, so he'll have to fill Katie Logan in on the horror pretty soon. Katie will worry that Luna might do something to hurt Will Spencer, or even Electra Forrester, but Bill may promise he won't let that happen. Of course, that promise could be tough for Bill to keep, since Luna is a dangerous wildcard who's capable of anything. Luna will stalk Will and Electra at the beach house soon enough, so there are good reasons to be concerned. The news of Luna's escape will eventually reach Sheila Sharp, Lee Finnegan, Poppy Nozawa, and others around Los Angeles, so there'll be all hands on deck looking for her in the coming episodes. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say more. Luna curveballs are in the works, so stay tuned for updates on all the unpleasant surprises. The Bold and the Beautiful's Heather. Tom has spent most of her life on our soap opera screens. Tom was only a teenager when she took on the role of a psoriasid Victoria Newman on The Young and the Restless. More than 3 decades later, she hasn't looked back. Now, as she celebrates 2 major November life and career milestones, the Emmy Award-winning actress is reflecting on her lifetime in daytime. It's a big month for Katie Logan, the character Tom has played on The Bold and the Beautiful since 2007. Katie finally reunited with ex-husband, Bill Spencer, after years apart. It's also a big month for Tom, who turned 50 on November 4th. Not only that, but she celebrates a whopping 35 years as a soap star on November 16th. Tom was only 15 years old when she stepped foot onto a soap opera set to play Victoria, the oldest offspring of legendary couple Victor and Nikki Newman. She grew up before our eyes, going from young teen to wife and mother in real life to an award-winning performer, as well as a director behind the scenes. Tom is taking it all in stride and is excited to reach an age many women dread. "It's kind of crazy," Tom told TV Insider. "A lot of things are happening, and they're all very exciting. I was actually excited to turn 50. I did not really want to turn 40, but for some reason, with 50, I was like, yeah, bring it. I feel really comfortable in my skin, and I'm having a really good time." Tom can still remember her first days on Y&R and how daunting a 3-year contract seemed at the time. "I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do for 3 years? This is an eternity." I remember Lauralee Bell was in the makeup room, and it was her 9th year of being on the show. I was like, 9 years? That's insane. It seemed like such a long time, and then, cut to 35 years later, here I am. It just goes by really fast. Of course, Tom has not spent the entire 35 years on one soap. She even ventured into enemy territory when she took on the role of Kelly Kramer on ABC's One Life to Live from 2003 to 2006. A year later, she was back at CBS to play Katie on Y&R's sister soap, The Bold and the Beautiful. I was back in the CBS studio 4 years later, older and wiser, and it was this lovely, fun oasis where everyone was happy and everyone had a good time, and everyone wanted to be there, Tom said. I was like, oh wow, this is nice. Not to say that I worked with a bunch of divas on the other shows, but it was just so easy. I found out real quick that not only do they like working together, they like hanging out together too. It's a fun vibe. After all these years in front of the camera, Tom now directs episodes of B&B and was in the director's chair for this year's Thanksgiving episode, airing next week. Not bad for a teenage gig that resulted in so much more. What were you thinking, Bold and Beautiful? Were you thinking? You do not have to have a master's in sensitivity to know how gross it was for the show to repost to its official Instagram page a scene in which Luna stalks Will at Forrester Creations and, worse, captioning said post, "Would you say no? Are you kidding? This isn't about whether Lisa Yamada is gorgeous. She is. But her character is bleeping sexually harassing Will. That's the clip. He says no. He says she needs to go. Who over there requires a lesson in consent? This isn't cute, it's horrifying, especially in light of the fact that Luna later got Will drunk off his ass, put on his girlfriend Electra's party mask, and raped him without him having any idea who she was. The show may refuse to say the R word, but we're gonna call it what it was. Rape. To be clear, we adore Yamada, who is an electrifying presence on Bold and Beautiful. But WTH is the show selling with this post? Hey, watch us! We have hot girls making their move on guys who have said loudly, clearly, and often that they are not down for it. It's not a good look, Bold and Beautiful. Neither is the fact that everyone on the show talks about that night, as if it was just a case of bad decisions being made. Nuh-uh. Luna targeted Will. She made sure that he wound up in a position in which he couldn't say no. He was so blotto, he barely knew where he was. Never mind who was macking on him. On November 14th, the show's social media again made light of Luna's abuse of Will, sharing a photo of their kiss during his attempt to get her to confess on camera. "There's no resisting," reads the caption. What? Read the room and repeat after us. Rape isn't funny. And for heaven's sake, stop promoting the soap with posts that try to cheekily repurpose Luna's obsession with and assault on Will as sexy fun. It isn't. It's creepy, tone-deaf, and bleeping disturbing. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Beth Logan is taking her duties as the Lope wedding officiant super seriously, and she also is handpicking the guest list. The one person Beth doesn't want at Liam Spencer and Hope Logan's I-do's is Sheila Carter. B&B spoilers say Grandma Sheila won't take the news well. Is Sheila Carter going to crash out when she learns Deacon Sharp's granddaughter has banned her from the big day? Keep reading to find out. Here's what's coming up next on Bold and the Beautiful. Sheila Carter and her stepdaughter, Hope Logan, have little to no interactions, and we all know how Liam Spencer feels about Deacon's wife. For some reason, Sheila is the most excited person in Los Angeles about the upcoming wedding. Deacon is going to have to break it to his overzealous wife that she actually isn't on the super exclusive guest list. According to B&B spoilers, Sheila will be seeing red when she learns that the Forrester and Logan gang has excluded her from another momentous occasion. The villainess will be even more upset when she realizes that Taylor Hayes will be at the wedding ceremony. That means that Deacon will need a dancing partner, and the good doctor will probably oblige. If Deacon Sharp does go to his daughter's wedding without his wife, we're sure that she will be lurking in the shadows and hiding behind vases to spy on him. Will Sheila spy sparks flying between her hubby and his shrink? Could Taylor and Deacon get caught up in the wedding excitement and even share a kiss? Hope may need to reconsider the designer for her clothing line. Hope's clothing line is back up and running on The Bold and the Beautiful. With a new vision and a new designer, the Hope for the Future line is deemed to be a success. However, fans are skeptical after what they've seen so far. Hope for the Future is Hope's pride and joy. The clothing line was Hope's vision to inspire young women who shared her same values. Throughout the years, the line has experienced many ups and downs. Last year, Hope's collection was cut by Hftf, which resulted in Hope and Carter's coup. While Hope and Carter's rise to power didn't last long, Hope did regain her job and her line. Now that Ridge has reinstated the Hope for the Future line, Hope is ready to get down to business. She hired her talented brother Deke to design for the collection. While Hope and Deke are excited about the new clothes, viewers feel the opposite. From what they've seen of Deke's sketches, B&B fans on Reddit don't see much hope for the line. The fashion for Hope's new line is bad. Those embellished suspenders last week had me giving the TV a side-eye, wrote one viewer. Them, new, astonishing, original, groundbreaking, innovative, never before seen or even imagined. Me, I think I wore that to a 9th grade dance once, one commenter replied. Isn't her line supposed to target younger customers? Asked one user. While most fans weren't impressed, some believed it had potential. I could definitely see that on a runway, one viewer wrote about Deke's designs. While Forrester Creations is pleased with Deke's designs for Hope for the Future, it's customers who'll determine its success. Deke and Hope will have to showcase their collection at an upcoming fashion, and after that, it's game on. As fans recall, last year, there was speculation about Hope for the Future's declining sales numbers. Forrester Creations had to dip into the couture line's fund to keep Hope's line. The Bold and the Beautiful preview for the week of November 17th reveals the Spencer family will be horrified to learn that Luna Nozawa has escaped. Also coming up, Bill Spencer will have shocking news for Katie Logan. Plus, Poppy Nozawa won't be surprised, and Deputy Chief Baker will be on the scene. B&B spoilers tease the prison guard, who lent Luna her phone, will pull the sheets away from the villain's bed in her cell. She'll see some balled-up laundry and realize Luna is gone. Code Red, the panicked guard says into her walkie-talkie in the B&B weekly preview. Then Bill will get a call from the prison warden. Don't say it, Katie will say, when she sees the look on her ex-husband's face. Luna escaped, Bill reply. Katie will immediately worry about their son, Will Spencer. On the beach house deck, Will spot Luna outside. But luckily, Baker will be there. She went that way, he'll tell Baker, pointing towards the ocean. We gotta go right now. But the cop will say no and remind Will he's Luna's target. Inside the house, Poppy, Lee Finnegan, Sheila Carter, and Deacon Sharp will arrive. Where is she? Poppy will ask Will. Electra Forrester and Ivy Forrester. Where is that little bitch? Finally, Lee and a policewoman will search outside the beach house as Luna hides in some tall grass. Luna, do the right thing. She'll call out to her granddaughter. Turn yourself in, but when has she ever done the right thing? Regardless, when Luna hears Lee's voice, she'll start running. But will Luna be caught before she has the chance to harm anyone else? Stay tuned. Hey B&B fans, are you enjoying the latest CBS Seedser Beyond the Gates? Then make sure you join our free Facebook group. Keep reading The Soap Scoop, your source for the latest soap opera spoilers and B&B spoilers and news. And make sure to also join our B&B Facebook group. But if you miss an episode, don't fret. You can watch The Bold and the Beautiful online at cbs.com. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say that it's time for Taylor Hayes to have a new man in her life that is not married, if you know what we mean. While it looks like there are definite fireworks between her and Deacon Sharp right now, it has been suggested that a whole new character should come on the show and sweep Taylor off her feet. And who better to do that than someone like Remy's father, right? But here's the thing. What drama would that bring, and how would this kind of romance contribute to the most recent storylines? Of course, many B&B fans had a lot to say about the matter on social media. Some even commented with, "I don't think Bell wants to spend money on a new actor who he would have to build up enough to make him a viable love interest for a character as important and legendary as Taylor." Another critic wrote, "What drama would Taylor have with a new man? Deacon is perfect because Sheila is his wife, and she will go nuts. Every B&B couple that's supposed to get a lot of screen time needs angst. Besides, it would also take time away from the current actors to hire a new one and build his story. Sadly, it's very unlikely that Taylor will get a brand new love interest now." And then there was this comment as well. "Even I don't get the Deacon and Taylor hate. I'm happy it's something refreshing for Deacon and Taylor, and something new for Taylor. I'm just grateful she is away from Ridge, not wallowing nor crying nor begging him. And for that, I am grateful." Needless to say, the Bold and the Beautiful fans will simply have to tune in each and every day to find out what will happen next. B&B airs weekdays on the CBS network. Check your local listings for times. In the meantime, let us know what you think by leaving us a line with your thoughts in our comments section below. The Bold and the Beautiful recap is in for Friday, November 14th, 2025. In today's episode, Rachel Riley returns to cleanse the beach house. Bill Spencer opens up to Liam Spencer. Plus, Luna Nozawa escapes from prison. Katie Logan is at Brooke Logan Forrester's house. Brooke and Donna Logan Forrester congratulate Katie on her reunion with Bill. The brunette talks about how Bill is now a man with self-awareness. Strangely, Luna brought them back together with her craziness. Katie talks about Will Spencer and the beach house. They are having the place cleansed. Brooke is really impressed by that news. Katie has to get home. Bill has been coming home early lately. Liam Spencer stops by the office to see his father. Liam mentions Bill canceling his meetings so he can rush home to Katie. Bill's perspective has changed. Almost losing his family forever made him realize they are his purpose in life. They discuss giving the beach house to Will. Although a lot of bad happened there, a lot of good did as well. Bill says he is just following Liam's example. Liam has inspired him to be a peaceful leader. Liam leaves and Rachel enters. She dances around Bill's office and says this is a big job as there is lots of energy. Rachel leaves for the beach house. Then Beatty chats. After going to the beach, Will and Electra return to the beach house. Electra can't believe how stress-free the beach house is. Will knows he is lucky. The one good thing that came from the whole Luna disaster is Will's parents getting back together. Electra promises they will always be together and gives him a kiss. At the prison, Luna sobs, desperate to get out of there to get to Will. She has to get to him before she loses it all because of Electra. The laundry cart goes by, so Luna calls out to them. Her bundle is too big, and she can't get it through the bars. They need to open the door. When the guards have to deal with a prison fight, Luna takes her opportunity. Luna is now in the laundry bin. The girl peeks her head out of the dirty sheets and promises Will that she's coming for him. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Be sure to check back with Celebrating the Soaps for all the latest, the Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, news, rumors, comings and goings, and updates. This week's B&B preview has news of Luna's escape spreading. It's going to be a week jam-packed with suspense on the Bold and the Beautiful. With Luna back on the loose, many characters are scared for their lives as the police search for the escaped convict. Here's a sneak peek of what's ahead for November 17th to 21st. Luna was right when she said she wouldn't be in prison long. The young villainess makes her escape via the prison's laundry cart. As Luna embarks on her freedom, it doesn't take long before the guards realize she's missing. With Luna on the run, the news quickly spread across town. Katie returns home expecting a romantic evening with Bill, but he delivers bad news. "Don't say it! Katie says when she notices Bill's panicked expression. When Bill tells her that Luna escaped, Katie's first thought goes to their son Will. Luna's first stop upon her escape is to see Will. The Spencer heir and his girlfriend Electra recently moved into the beach house, which was the scene of Luna's last crime. Luna's attempt to talk to Will is thwarted when the police arrive, and she runs off. Will tries to follow her, but is stopped by Lieutenant Baker. Baker reminds Will that he's Luna's target, and he needs to stay at the house. Although Will wants to be a hero, this is one time where he may want to stay out of the police's business. Ivy stops by the beach house to comfort a frightened Electra and Will. The group's moment is then interrupted when Poppy, Sheila, and Lee barge in. "Where's the little Bill?" Poppy asks about her daughter. Needless to say, Poppy is angry with Luna about her latest stunt. As for Lee and Sheila, they'll be angry, but also worried about Luna. They know the best thing is for Luna to go back to prison, which is why they assist in the search. With the police hot on her trail, Luna hides in the woods. But she becomes nervous as the cops and Lee near her hiding spot. Lee calls out for Luna to come out and do the right thing by turning herself in. However, a frightened Luna takes off, and things look gloomy for her. Will Luna succeed in evading the police and going on the run? Or is Luna about to find herself in peril thanks to her grand escape? The Bold and the Beautiful recap for Friday, November 14th, reveals that Luna Nozawa's laundry trick brought freedom, so Will Spencer and Electra Forrester were at risk once more. At Brooke Logan Forrester's place, she celebrated Katie Logan's reunion with Bill Spencer. Donna Logan Forrester was also pleased over the news Bill and Katie were finally back together. Next on Friday's B&B episode, Katie offered updates on Will moving in the beach house following a thorough energy cleansing. After everything that had happened, Katie was embracing the strength of the Spencer family. At Spencer Publications, Bill surprised Liam Spencer since he was eager to wrap work up quickly and get home to Katie. Almost losing Liam changed Bill's perspective, so he wanted to do things right with Katie and handle obstacles together. By the time Katie made it to Bill's office, Rachel was there doing her ritual to get rid of the bad vibes. Once Rachel was gone, Bill offered Katie more reassurance about protecting Will from Luna. At the beach house, Will and Electra enjoyed some time outside together. Electra snapped a pic with Will and shared some kisses with him as they continued embracing this fresh start. Although Will hoped there were no more surprises ahead, Luna was busy plotting a big one in prison. After Luna wailed over her life being ruined, she once again resolved to see Will. Since the laundry truck was outside, Luna piped up about having some laundry to add. Stowell, the prison guard, tried to get her to wait until later, but Luna acted like she might be asleep then because she was about to take a nap. After Luna pointed out the wad of laundry wouldn't fit through the bars, Stowell opened her cell so she could add her stuff to the load. In the end, Stowell got called away to deal with an altercation, so fans saw Luna rise up out of the laundry cart she'd hidden in. Luna looked up at the sun outside and was ready to embrace her chance at freedom. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Luna will make the most of her escape with some shocking moves, so stay tuned. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say that a lot of people can't help but wonder, are Will Spencer and Electra Forrester the most boring couple on the show? It seems to be that way. For weeks, all Will and Electra could talk about was the special night they were going to share together, and now that it's happened, all they can talk about is how Will got assaulted by Luna Nozawa and whether or not she is going to give birth behind bars. It's like they have nothing else to talk about in their relationship. Clearly, B&B fans have a lot to say about the matter on social media. Some even commented, "Too many of the show's characters are standing around talking about these two, over and over and over. I like Will and Electra, but let's stop this nonsense. They make a cute couple. Let them see the city, go to the beach, go out with other young adults, etc. In other words, enjoy life." Another critic wrote, "It was better when we thought Remy was straight and was in love with Electra and stalking her for that reason. Perhaps we would have gotten some vintage Thomas/Hope type mannequin drama. But nope, just wanting Cinderella to be his friend. This is too Hallmark for a soap." And then there was this comment as well. Brooke, Ridge, and Donna talking about Will, Electra, Katie and Bill. Bill begging Katie to come back for the millionth time. Will and Electra talking about nothing. Steffi and Finn talking about the Will and Electra situation. Nothing but garbage. Total waste of a show. Needless to say, the Bold and the Beautiful fans will simply have to tune in each and every day to find out what will happen next. B&B airs weekdays on the CBS network. Check your local listings for times. In the meantime, let us know what you think by leaving us a line with your thoughts in our comments section below. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers and updates suggest that Liam Spencer might have a surprise honeymoon planned for Hope Logan. But could family issues get in the way? Is it possible that some unexpected news will lead Hope and Liam to delay any upcoming trip? Things have been looking up for Liam ever since he proposed to Hope again. Hope immediately accepted, which meant the wedding preparations started soon after. This has brought a lot of joy to Beth Spencer, especially since Hope and Liam have chosen her to officiate their wedding. The only hiccup so far has been Beth's concern about having Sheila Sharp at the event, but that isn't likely to dampen Hope and Liam's spirits too much. Liam and Hope are still determined to get married for real this time, so let's hope this marriage lasts. Of course, we must think about what lies ahead after the wedding. Will Liam surprise Hope with a honeymoon and take her to a breathtaking destination that holds significance for them? Hope has been diligently working on the relaunch of Hope for the Future, but surely her team can manage without her for a few days. Liam and Hope deserve a short escape to enjoy the bliss of their marriage, so they could set some honeymoon objectives. Sadly, family issues might interfere. There could be several avenues leading to trouble, especially with Luna Nozawa's escape potentially stirring up more turmoil for the Spencer family. The show has been hinting at Katie Logan's heart issues resurfacing, which means Liam may have to remain close to support Bill Spencer during this time. Additionally, there might be complications on Hope's side, as Deacon Sharp could be on the brink of cheating on Sheila with Taylor Hayes. Depending on how events unfold, Hope might find herself entangled in her father's romantic troubles. Given all the chaos that could catch Hope and Liam off guard, they might have to postpone their honeymoon for a while. It could be wiser to wait until after Hope's fashion show, but let's keep our fingers crossed that Liam whisks her away on a post-wedding getaway sooner rather than later. After being apart for far too long, Hope and Liam are finally reunited, and they certainly deserve all the excitement of a true reunion tale. According to spoilers from The Bold and the Beautiful, Liam and Hope are hoping their next chapter will be everlasting. So stay tuned for updates on how long they can enjoy their blissful relationship. The Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers for Monday, November 17th, suggest we will see the prison realize Luna Nozawa has escaped. Bill Spencer makes a horrifying discovery. Plus, there will be a search as Penelope Poppy Nozawa makes a return. Keep reading, and let's talk about what could be happening next in the CBS soap opera. Let's start off with Luna, who has found a way to get out of prison. Fans assumed Luna would just get her cellmate to beat her up again. However, nobody is coming for Luna this time, so she had to find her own way out of there. When a laundry cart rolled by, Luna seized the opportunity. Then, when a prison fight led the guard away from the prison cart, Luna made her move. The girl's intention is to get to Will before he moves on with Electra Forrester forever. Yes, the inmate is delusional, which makes this all so crazy. At the Spencer mansion, Bill takes an urgent phone call. The person on the other end alerts Bill that Luna has escaped prison. When he hangs up the phone, Katie Logan asks what is wrong. The man is forced to confess that Luna has escaped. This means that she will be coming for Will and Electra. Will this be the news that triggers Katie's next health crisis? Bill will also likely put security at the beach house. Luna knows exactly where it is, as she's been there several times already. In fact, Luna probably recognized the door from the social media post that Will made. The Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers for Monday, November 17th, reveal that alarms blare at the prison when the guard realizes Luna is gone. There will likely be a manhunt right away, as Luna is extremely dangerous. In a weekly preview clip, we see Deputy Chief Bradley Baker, but it's not clear what day he will be back. There is also Poppy, who shows up at the beach house with Sheila Carter Sharp and Lee Finnegan. Will and Electra look pretty freaked out. At some point, Luna ambushes Will because he is able to tell Baker which direction she ran in. There is also Lee, who goes charging into the dark woods, demanding that Luna turn herself into the police. Will Luna commit another crime before getting caught? Or could this be the end of the young woman, at least for now? Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most on Monday, November 17th, 2025? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Be sure to check back with Soap Opera Spy for all the latest The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, news, rumors, comings and goings, and updates. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers suggest that Sheila Sharp could file a complaint against Taylor Hayes for boundary violations concerning Deacon Sharp. Will Taylor lose her job? Sheila credits Taylor for saving her marriage to Deacon. However, Sheila doesn't realize just how close Taylor and Deacon have become. Deacon cannot get over his feelings for Taylor, and that may end up coming out and exposing just how close Taylor and Deacon are. Is filing this complaint the only way to save her marriage? Taylor is having the same issues that Deacon is, because she cannot get him out of her mind either. Deacon and Taylor had connected months ago, and now they are still having these feelings. Deacon has been there for Taylor as well. Taylor needed someone to talk to about her breakup with Ridge Forrester as well. Lee Finnegan has talked with Sheila about Deacon's therapy. Lee brings up Sheila and Deacon's closeness and suggests it could be something more. Sheila told Lee that she would kill Taylor if she crossed the line and go intimate with Deacon. Sheila says it was just a figure of speech now, but we have all seen what she is capable of. Is Taylor in danger? Sheila may have not meant what she said about killing Taylor. However, she is not going to be happy with Deacon and Taylor having feelings for each other. Will Sheila ruin Taylor's career instead, to try to get her out of Deacon's life for good? Will the charges of boundary violations be enough to take Taylor's license and cause her to move on? Deacon agreed to try and fix things with Sheila because he wasn't sure that he could just leave her. However, Deacon finds himself thinking about Taylor all of the time, and Sheila will eventually notice. If things don't work out between Deacon and Sheila, will we see her trying to ruin Taylor's career? With Taylor being known as a world-renowned psychiatrist, how would it look if she was charged for inappropriate conduct with a patient? Taylor's reputation means a lot to her, and her work being questioned could be a big issue. Will Sheila ruin Taylor's career over her attraction to Deacon? Can Taylor continue to ignore the bond between herself and Deacon? Sheila could find herself going off the rails and attacking Taylor over her and Deacon's closeness. Will Deacon leave Sheila and try to see what happens with himself and Taylor? Who will win Deacon in the end? On the Friday, November 14th, 2025, episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, the Logan sisters bonded, Bill reflected on his new life as a changed man, and Will and Elektra got closer as Luna finally escaped prison. The Logan sisters rallied around Katie to bask in the joy of her reconciliation with Bill. They saw the reunion coming from a mile away after seeing the way they relied on each other through Will's ordeal with Luna. Katie believed that this wasn't a second chance at their previous relationship, but rather something new. Katie noticed the work Bill had put in to be a better man, and new feelings developed from that. Donna and Brooke understood that Katie had to bide her time and remain cautious before diving back in. Bill caused her a lot of pain over the years, and she couldn't risk another heartbreak. Katie was impressed that Bill put in the work and waited for her to finally be ready. Katie never saw it coming because she was distracted by Luna terrorizing her entire family. Throughout the ordeal, she felt secure because of Bill, and she wished that Will and Elektra found peace at the beach house. Donna and Brooke were taken aback by their gift to Will, the same home where Luna had gone on her infamous crime spree. However, Katie assured them that the home had been purged of any remnants of Luna's horrors. They praised Katie's fearlessness and instinct to protect her family. Katie was certain they'd come through the other side of things together as a family, the Spencer family. At the Spencer offices, Liam questioned why there wasn't the usual ass-kissing meeting with Bill. However, Bill wanted the workday to cease as quickly as possible so he could get back home to Katie. Liam's near-death experience and Luna's ongoing manipulations changed Bill's perspective on everything. Family was everything to him, Wyatt included. Liam was blown away by Bill's attitude shift. His selfish streak was over, and Liam was proud of how far Bill had come. Bill joked that Liam was perhaps a bit jealous that Will was gifted the beach house. Liam said that might have been the case if he weren't back with Hope, and living together with her and Beth. Bill wished that Will felt the same about his new home as well. He was hopeful that the house would serve as an opportunity to move on with his life. Bill confessed that Liam being proud of him felt good, but Liam knew something else was wrong. Liam understood that Bill felt guilty about Luna's pardon, but he wanted him not to be so hard on himself. Even Katie came back because she didn't blame him for what happened. Bill pointed out that Liam was the example he wanted to follow. Liam almost succumbed to a gunshot, and a fake tumor changed everything for him. Between that and Luna's hellish pregnancy, he saw things clearly now. With Katie by his side, there was nothing they couldn't handle together. Bill admitted that his inflated ego blinded him to a lot over the years, and his family, namely Liam and Katie, deserved better. Liam reminded Bill that they'd moved past that, and about how far they'd come. Will and Electra returned to the beach house patio after a round of surfing. They shared a kiss after beaming about their new life together. Will suggested they go out, but Electra wanted a day at home. Forrester gave them the much-needed day off, and they were appreciative. Electra thought the beach house was the perfect location to make all of their worries disappear. She admitted that their lives had been overwhelming in recent times, but they had an opportunity. Will believed any bad surprises were behind them. Electra wanted to start a new tradition of taking a break from the day and soaking in the sights of the sky. Will agreed, and he considered himself the luckiest guy in the world to have someone as beautiful as Electra in his corner. Will floated the idea that Bill wanted him out of the house so he could have more privacy with Katie. He tried to state that Luna messed everything up, but Electra vowed that she was firmly by his side and she wasn't going anywhere. Luna continued her prison cell pity party, exclaiming that her life was ruined. She was devastated that she lost everything she had tried so hard to build. Her desperation grew, and all she wanted was to escape prison and find Will. She ranted to herself that there must be a way to secure her freedom, and again, the laundry cart was shown. But this time, it piqued her interest more than before. Luna asked the guard if she could give her some laundry that she had. The guard tried to reject her need, but Luna talked her way into it. Luna pretended to fit the laundry through the cell bars, but when it didn't work, she convinced the guard to open the door. A bit later, the guard spoke about people using the carts to break out of prison, hinting at Luna's future ticket to freedom. The guard was called away, and Luna was revealed to be hiding amid the dirty laundry, ready to find Will in the outside world. Will and Electra had no idea the horror that was heading their way. Luna had her sights on removing the one obstacle that kept her away from Will, Electra. Later in the episode, Katie stopped by Spencer, where Rachel had returned and did a cleanse on Bill's office. She had a lot more work to do because of the toxic energy in the room, so she confessed it would take multiple sessions. Bill hoped Katie was there to bring him home, and he was correct. She filled him in on her sister's support for their rekindled romance. He was pleased with the news, and his goal was to ensure that everyone knew the Spencer family was more united than ever. Sometimes you think you know everything there is to know about your favorite soap opera star, until you realize there is so much more to learn about them. This time around, we are talking about the bold and the beautiful star Jacqueline MacInnes Wood, who is best known for her role as Steffi Forrester on the hit CBS soap. The actress had some interesting things to say about her past. In a throwback interview with Soap Opera Digest from 2012, the actress opened up about her upbringing and how she's always felt like a tomboy at heart. Jacqueline, who says she has always been an adrenaline junkie who loves adventure, credited her free spirit to her father. She told the publication back then, "I was always a tomboy. I started riding dirt bikes when I was younger, like when I was 4 years old, because of my dad, and I've been riding ever since. He did the dirt bike thing when he was younger. Looking back at old photos, I can't even imagine. He's doing all these jumps. My dad's side of the family, even my older sister, we're all into motorcycles. We do a charity event every year for my brother-in-law, the late NHL star Bob Probert, and we basically have thousands of bikers all together, and we ride for 8 hours. It's a great ride, and it's cool that we can all do that together now. It's my yoga now. I love my bike. I don't have to answer a phone call, and I'm just in the moment with it." She also said that year she was thinking about riding her motorcycle to the daytime Emmys. Jacqueline said, I'm the kind of person who takes things day by day. I rode the motorcycle to the rehearsal, and at that point, I still didn't have a dress. So afterward, I shot down to Rodeo Drive and found this jersey knit-style dress, which was cool because I could roll it up and put it in my backpack. I lucked out. In the meantime, let us know what you think by leaving us a line with your thoughts in our comments section below. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with B&B right now. Come back here often for the bold and the beautiful spoilers, news, and updates. The bold and the beautiful fans have all noticed this one special thing that Brooke Logan always seems to do with Ridge Forrester whenever they are together, and that's Brooke pulling on Ridge's suit. Sure, it might not be a big thing, but it's also something that happens enough that viewers are now picking up on it. Could there be a reason as to why Brooke does it all the time? That's what a lot of people want to know. Sure, she loves him, but could this mean that Brooke's trying to always keep him close as well? Maybe. Of course, B&B fans had a lot to say about the matter on social media. Some even commented, "There are couples on the show that do casual PDA well, and some that are really awkward about it. I'm not talking about making out or sex scenes, but just showing affection through little touches and physical closeness." Another critic of the show wrote, "Ridge and Brooke are an example that don't do it well, for me, at least, as they often feel quite awkward, forced in scenes together. Again, not the only couple that doesn't do it for me, but unfortunately, one that is on screen a lot." And then there was this comment as well. "I never noticed that, but I have noticed frequent use of pretty obvious tongue during passionate kissing scenes, and that has been the case from their first case. Based on what I've heard actors say about doing kissing scenes, using tongue is not the norm, and usually indicates that the actors really trust each other. It goes without saying that B&B fans will simply have to tune in each and every day to find out what will happen next. The Bold and the Beautiful airs weekdays on the CBS network. Check your local listings for times. Meanwhile, let us know what you think by leaving us a line with your thoughts in our comments section below. The Bold and the Beautiful. Spoilers say that it seems like they aren't being totally honest with each other. Of course, we are talking about Carter Walton and what he may or may not know about Daphne Rose and her original plan. After all, Daphne was brought to Forrester Creations by Steffi Forrester herself, just so she could break up Carter with Hope Logan. And to a certain extent, it did work. But is that something Daphne should tell Carter now that they are officially together? Of course, many B&B fans had a lot to say about the matter on social media. Some even commented with, "I don't think he does, and I wouldn't be surprised if it came up later in their relationship and became a deal breaker." Like their whole relationship was based on a lie. Another critic wrote, "I don't even know that it would matter in real life. Daphne developed real feelings for Carter, so it's not like she's playing him. She also didn't do anything to try to break them up, besides flirt with Carter, express an interest in him, and tell him how she viewed his relationship with Hope. She might have painted Hope in a way that felt unfair to some, but she was always just stating her opinion." And then there was this comment as well. "Well, in real life, I would like to know that about my partner, but I guess here they just didn't even do anything with that plan and forgot about it." Needless to say, the Bold and the Beautiful fans will simply have to tune in each and every day to find out what will happen next. B&B airs weekdays on the CBS network. Check your local listings for times. In the meantime, let us know what you think by leaving us a line with your thoughts in our comments section below. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with B&B right now. Come back here often for the Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, news, and updates. If Remy wants to be accepted by Deke and the Forresters, then he needs to do the right thing. Remy wants to do good by Deke, his family, and the Forresters on the Bold and the Beautiful. He claims that he's changed. However, he has made some questionable moves lately. If Luna escapes prison, Remy might have the opportunity to redeem himself. Remy had an awkward run-in with Forrester Creations. We're still trying to figure out why he decided to appear there. But he probably had no choice, as Deke wanted to show off his new boyfriend to his sister, friends, and colleagues. Elektra warned Deke about his dark past. He made nude deepfakes of her to ruin her career and relationship with Will. Remy claimed that he was no longer that guy. He had a wonderful life with Deke and didn't want to throw it away. Deke couldn't believe what he was hearing. After the showdown, Deke told Remy that they needed to go on a break. Remy promised to better himself and to get therapy for his long-running trauma. Remy wants to redeem himself, but he's still making questionable decisions. Prior to that awkward meeting, he visited Luna in prison, despite Deke's warning not to associate with her. Speaking of Luna, she's getting pretty desperate. She found out through the prison ward that Will and Elektra moved in together. Luna assumed that she would be with Will forever, since she was carrying his baby. However, she didn't read the signs on his face when he told her that he wanted nothing to do with her. He never threw out any feelers. Luna took advantage of him when he was drunk and vulnerable, but she's still deep in her delusions. Luna thinks that if she can break out of prison, then she could finally have Will and the life she's dreamed of. We have a feeling that Luna and Remy could cross paths. If Remy catches Luna outside the beach house, he could stop her from hurting Elektra, whom he still cares about. This heroic move could prove that he has changed and could put him in a better light. Will and Elektra are fully moved into the beach house, but there could be a threat on the way. On the Thursday, November 13th, 2025, episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna's crash out continues. Meanwhile, Will and Elektra quickly move into their new humble abode, which comes with bad vibes. As a result, it has been saged and sanitized. At the beach house, Will assured Elektra that their new place was no longer a crime scene. The bloodstains were previously removed. Additionally, the place has been sanitized and scrubbed to a high standard. Elektra admitted that the place finally has good vibes. She's not letting Luna destroy their future, which includes many plans. One of those plans includes game nights. The two are caught off guard by a surfer who's showering on their deck. Will informed the man that this place was private property. Finally, the guy leaves them alone after heckling Will. Elektra was ready to make plans for their beach house, ignoring the glaring lack of security. The Spencers also ensured that the place was tidy. They had bikini bar waitress Rachel stabilize the beach house. Strangely enough, Bill asked her to sage his office the following day. She offered up some namastes before leaving their office. Meanwhile, Luna continued to spiral from behind bars. She acquired a picture of Will from the guard since she couldn't hold on to their phone. Luna talked to herself as she exclaimed that Will was the man for her, not Elektra. When did Luna crack? She was never this delusional before. Her desire to kill came from wanting to know who her father was. Now, she's obsessed and manic over Will. What went wrong? Once again, a laundry cart is pushed by Luna's cell. A light bulb goes off in her mind. Here's how she plans to get out of prison on The Bold and the Beautiful. What's also interesting is that Luna is no longer the cocky and arrogant villain who called the shots. She was certain that Will was attracted to her, but now she's not so sure, and she's losing her mind. Meanwhile, at the beach house, Elektra and Will reassure each other that they will get through this together. All they want to do is have a good time. Will wouldn't stop professing his love for Elektra either. The closing scene cuts back to Luna, who is desperate to see Will. She feared that she could lose him to Elektra, but that's too late since he's never expressed interest in her before. Luna is desperate to get out of prison, and she'll do whatever it takes to make it happen. Luna crashed out after she saw Will's big news on The Bold and the Beautiful. He shared on social media that he's moving in with his girlfriend, Elektra. Luna assumed she would end up with him, even though he wants nothing to do with her. Now, she's planning her great escape from prison. Will is ready to take the next step in his relationship with Elektra. The two have been through a lot in the past year alone. It took Elektra time to become vulnerable and intimate with Will. He had to prove that he was devoted and committed to her. They also dealt with Remy and Luna interfering with their relationship. Luna got pregnant with Will's baby after she got him drunk and raped him. This nearly drove a wedge between the young lovers, but they found their way back to each other. Luna assumed that she secured a life with the love of her life, but Will is disgusted by the sight of her, and rightfully so. Luna is getting desperate after she discovered on social media that Will and Elektra are moving in together. She previously assumed that Will would let her out of prison after seeing her bruised and bloodied, but the Spencers are already onto her. They knew that she would con someone into punching her out. By this point, Luna has found clever ways to get out of jail. She got knocked out so that Bill would feel sorry for her and issue her a pardon. So, Luna thought it would work on the billionaire and his golden son again. Luna also thought carrying a Spencer child would secure her golden ticket, but she found herself spiraling behind bars. B&B dropped an anvil during the Wednesday, November 12th episode. A laundry cart was being rolled out by an inmate with the guard with her. Luna will likely request to go on laundry duty. She'll try to distract the guard by manipulating them. Then, she'll find her way out of jail through the laundry chute. It's November sweeps, which means that Luna will get more creative with her prison escapes. She believes in her delusion that Will loves her no matter what, no matter how many times he tells her he doesn't. When she breaks out, she'll add another charge to her ever-growing list. Bold and the Beautiful has Katie Logan wanting to raise her grandchild, but another grandma might get involved, and that is Poppy Nozawa. We're going to dig into how devastating it would be if Katie didn't get the baby. Right now, Katie has got it in her head that Luna Nozawa and Will Spencer's baby will be hers to raise. The minute Bridget Forrester ran that paternity test and proved Will's the father, that was it in her mind. Katie told Will she and his dad, Bill Spencer, would raise their grandchild so Will could keep on with his life, stick with Electra Forrester, and never think about Luna Nozawa again. After all, Will didn't plan to make a baby. Luna got him drunk and molested him. Will had no willing part in this pregnancy whatsoever, no consent. He thought he was with Electra that night, and he never would have laid his hands or any body part of Luna. Of course, Bill and Katie don't want Luna's scheme to ruin Will's life. Recently, Bill told Katie that he still loves her, and he asked her to come home to him, and she finally relented after turning Bill down for years when he tried to reconcile with her. Katie said she knows deep down Bill's a good man. I don't know about that. We may have to agree and disagree, but she does know how much he loves his family. And again, off and on, he's done terrible things to his family as well. But I digress. Right now, Bill thinks he and Katie can have an incredible future as a couple and as parents to Will's baby. It's kind of like a whole redo of their relationship. She and Bill always wanted another kid, but because of Katie's heart problems, Bill didn't want to risk her getting pregnant again. He didn't even want her to be pregnant with Will. Now, Bill is confident that they're going to have no problem getting the baby, and they'll leave Luna to rot in prison until she pops out Will's baby. Then, they'll grab the kid and then leave Luna rotting for 30 to life. But something, or more specifically, someone may derail Katie's plan. And I bet Katie won't see it coming if the storyline goes this way. We could see Luna set up an epic blindside to make sure that Bill and Katie don't get her child. Let's be real. Luna knows if her child is raised by Bill and Katie, the kid will either never know her name or they will raise the kid to despise Luna. Either way, she probably won't get to see the baby or see the kid grow up. Related to that, Romy Park is back on the Bold and Beautiful set filming, so that means Poppy is back in action soon. I'm wondering if Luna and Poppy cook up a plot to get the kid into her hands and away from Katie. And this has Poppy seeing dollar signs, so she says yes. She visited Luna in prison and applauded her move of getting knocked up by a wealthy heir. I expect Poppy to visit her again soon. By the end of this week, Luna is hatching a plan to escape from prison, but if it fails, or Luna's caught and hauled back to prison, then she might have to rethink things once she sees that she's never going to get out of there and isn't ever going to get to be with Will. We could have Luna deciding it's better for Poppy to raise her kid instead of Bill and Katie. At least if the kid's with Poppy, then Luna knows she'll get to see her child, even if it's from behind bars. There is a chance that she could sway the court and have some decision-making sway on who gets her kid. Poppy might get custody of the baby if she and Luna throw Katie and Bill's past in their face in custody court. Poppy might want another chance at motherhood so she can redeem the mistakes she made with Luna. But more importantly, Poppy would want a big pile of child support from the Spencers that she could spend on herself. She would not do this altruistically or out of love. Luna might sign her parental rights over to Poppy to screw Katie and Bill over because they told her flat out they were going to snatch her kid. So Luna may claim that Bill and Katie are unfit to raise her baby. Luna could bring up the fact that Bill repeatedly demanded that she terminate the pregnancy. And if Luna found out that Bill also pressured Katie to have an abortion when she was pregnant with Will, well, that could be another red flag against him in custody court. Luna could also say that Katie and Bill are not a stable couple because they just got back together and he has repeatedly cheated on Katie with her sister, Brooke Logan. She can even say Katie only got back with Bill and is faking a reunion to take Luna's baby. The court might actually buy that. Let's face it, Bill's got a terrible track record of dirty deeds. I don't know if you know this, but to be foster parents in most states, you have to be healthy. And to be an adoptive parent, they can reject you over a chronic health condition that can shorten your lifespan. I have friends that were both foster parents and adoptive parents, and I just remember the health screenings they had to go through. As you know, Katie has serious medical issues. She had a heart transplant many years ago, and just a couple of years ago, she had a kidney transplant. Like it or not, those are things, at least in real life, that are considered when fostering or adopting a child. Especially if the birth mother, Luna, raised objections, saying that if something happened to Katie because of her heart or her kidneys, then her baby would be left with Bill, who has a track record of sketchy and illegal antics and blew up a building with his son in it and slept with his son's wife and was trying to steal her. It's not a good look. The optics are bad for Bill. The bottom line, Katie and Bill think they have this custody case in the bag, but they might be in for a rude awakening. If they don't get custody, Katie would be devastated. It might even trigger something with her heart because Brooke and Donna Logan recently said that the Luna, Will, and pregnancy ordeal could take a toll on their sister's heart. So, that might have been foreshadowing. Katie's heart problems might be front and center again soon. Yeah, Poppy is a gold-digging hot mess. But she doesn't have a criminal record as far as I remember. And Luna could testify and lie and say that Poppy was a great mom and that they love each other. Plus, Luna could always play the Asian card. She can say that her child should be with people from her own culture and not white people. I think Poppy and Luna would say anything to get what they want. And yeah, Bill and Katie can say that Poppy slept with her adopted nephew, Finn, and got pregnant with Luna. The bottom line is Will doesn't want to be involved with the kid. So the court may take Luna's preferences seriously since the bio dad has checked out. And I absolutely believe she'd lie in court and would try and say she shot Liam Spencer in self-defense and that the gun went off and she accidentally shot Sheila's toe. Her crazy grandma would probably agree with that. She might even take her side in court, especially if Deacon Sharp has left her by then. Luna's capable of anything. I'm talking about custody court. I don't think we're ever going to see a criminal case like we didn't see one last time. We were told after the fact that she was convicted. Of course, I personally hope that Katie is the one who gets Luna and Will's baby and not parasite Poppy, but the soapier outcome would be a dramatic custody battle. So, we'll wait and see who ends up with the kid. Is Bill and Katie's reunion about to be brief? It's the moment the bold and the beautiful fans have been waiting for. After years of separation, Bill and Katie are back together. While viewers are excited about Baby&Beth'S reunion, some fear that history may repeat itself. Bill and Katie are one of B&B's super couples. The bad boy tycoon and the sweet Logan sister are opposites, but make a perfect match. Like many couples, the lovebirds experienced their share of drama, the latest of which involves their son Will. Will's going through a difficult time thanks to Luna and her pregnancy, but Bill and Katie are there to support him. Bill and Katie putting on a strong front has not only helped Will, but also themselves. Sparks reignited for the exes, and Katie agreed to give Bill another chance. While Baby&Beth'S reunion is a heartwarming moment, their happiness might soon be shattered. Bill has a history of cheating on Katie, mostly with her sister Brooke. Bill and Brooke's on-again, off-again affair began in 2012 and resulted in a pregnancy. Sadly, Brooke miscarried and tried to keep the affair and pregnancy a secret. But the truth was eventually exposed, leaving Katie devastated. Despite Bill's affair with her sister, Katie reunited with him. However, deep down, she couldn't shake the fear that Bill and Brooke would betray her again. When Bill and Brooke were caught on camera kissing, a fed-up Katie finally divorced her husband. But with Brooke back with Ridge, Katie shouldn't have to worry about her sister and Bill. Or does she? Brooke has always been Bill's biggest supporter, much to the chagrin of Ridge. Recently, Brooke and Ridge have been at odds over Bill, Ridge isn't holding back from blaming Bill for the Luna situation, but Brooke was quick to come to Bill's defense. She explained that Bill knows he messed up and is trying to make up for his mistakes. Brooke defending Bill certainly raised eyebrows and has fans wondering if another Brill affair is in the works. Although Brooke just reunited with Ridge, odds are they're due for another breakup. With Brooke heartbroken and lonely, she could find herself back in Bill's arms. And given Brill's history, fans suspect another round of Brooke and Bill is on the way, which could mean more heartache for Katie. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers hint that Liam Spencer may have a honeymoon surprise for Hope Logan, but will family drama derail it? Could some shocking news force Hope and Liam to postpone any trip that might be looming? Things have been going well for Liam ever since he asked Hope to marry him again. Hope said yes right away, so it wasn't long until the wedding planning began. Of course, that led to Beth Spencer's excitement, especially since Hope and Liam agreed to let her be their officiant. The only snag so far has been Beth's issue with having Sheila Sharp at the ceremony, but that's not going to rain on Hope and Liam's parade too much. Liam and Hope are still planning on tying the knot for good this time, so hopefully they'll make this marriage stick. Naturally, we have to consider what might be in store after the nuptials. Will Liam deliver a honeymoon surprise and plan to whisk Hope off to some incredible location that's special to them? Hope has been hard at work on the Hope for the Future relaunch, but the team could surely spare her for a few days. Liam and Hope deserve a little getaway to bask in the afterglow of their wedding, so some honeymoon goals could be set. Unfortunately, family drama could get in the way. There may be multiple paths to trouble since Luna Nozawa's escape could cause more chaos, especially for the Spencer clan. B&B's been offering clues about Katie Logan's heart problems flaring up, so Liam might need to stick around and support Bill Spencer through that too. There could even be family issues on Hope's end, since Deacon Sharp might be on the verge of cheating on Sheila with Taylor Hayes. Hope could get dragged into her dad's relationship mess depending on how things play out. Considering all the turmoil that could throw Hope and Liam for a loop, they may end up having to delay their honeymoon for a bit. It might be best to wait until after Hope's fashion show anyway, but let's hope Liam takes her on a post-wedding trip sooner or later. Hope and Liam are finally back together after far too long apart, so they deserve all the bells and whistles of a proper reunion story. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Liam and Hope will count on their next chapter to last forever, so stay tuned for updates on how long they can stay a blissful couple.